for mixing your colors so they can go into the airbrush and come out of it lah. And go in and out lah.
Excellent description.
A lot of things I didn't bring today lah, cause I just fast one right. So for your color thinner and your regular colors mix, you just buy in this new off the shelf one right. Usually you can just safely take this mix 1:1 first lah. Then you put in your airbrush, you try first. Then you from there you add, or you want to add more paint or add more thinner.
Okay. That's where we use the spoon, right?
I can use a spoon. Usually I have usually I have something like this lah, a tray lah. This will use right down here tray. The tray is quite metal one lah, preferably. It's quite useful for you to have if you want to like test your paint, then you want to lay out your airbrush parts, something like this you know, like you can hold everything inside one, so that you can put your airbrush right inside, it won't come out lah. Yeah. Okay, then you need some tube cleaner. Tube cleaner. Okay, some of the people they don't use tube cleaner because they feel it's a bit of waste of money lah. But just when I ordered this is about like $5-6 each a bottle. Then I use about one bottle every 2-3 months. Yeah, this is basically for you to spray and throw away one. Okay, every time I want to wash my airbrush right, I will pour in and I will spray into like a gong like that lah. Then I have to basically recycle the thing over and over again. So this thing and industrial thinner goes into this. This is how I manage it lah. So you all don't have to keep buying thinner, because the general solvent for the thinner right, you don't really need a very clean one. Only when you clean the brush itself, you use clean. And when you wipe the first cleaning and the last part of the cleaning, you use clean thinner. The in between, when you want to soak right, you can use a bit murky is okay. That's to talk a bit more about this thing right. You notice that all this residue below lah. You can use a coffee filter or tissue paper right to go through the funnel a few times to take all this thing out, so that this thing don't go back to your airbrush when you recycle this thinner lah. You come to a point where it is too murky and too powdery, right? You can just throw this away. Try to like pour into the toilet bowl or what lah. Yeah, not the best advice lah, but that's what I usually do lah.
Hey, good or not? The advice.
Pour into the toilet bowl you must clean up one because it will stain your toilet bowl. Because if you got like all the shit and slime never clean properly one right, this thing will color them. Then your toilet bowl will look very colorful. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So if you pour your toilet bowl, make sure you use a cloth to after that wipe clean. If not, it will stain one. But it's still soluble can clean one. But doesn't mix with water. Please don't mix this with water. You'll spoil the whole mixture. Okay. For today, I just brought this. One of your, these are just testing paints, just to show you if it's too thick, too thin, right? What you do. Okay. This is your graveyard part. You will need a nose plier like this. It's quite useful for quite a lot of purposes. Okay. The nose pliers usually I don't really recommend for handling the airbrush when you are taking apart the nozzle itself. Okay. In the airbrush there are 3 parts that you need to pay attention to, which usually people don't pay attention to. Okay. I also don't know what you call them, but the cross section is something like that. This is one part. I call it the spray nozzle. This is the one where everything comes out from. And there's this part. This is also another nozzle. This is the air nozzle. This is where if it chokes right, your airbrush will start to bubble. Your air will choke. When you try to press, there's no air that comes out. If you hear there's this hissing sound right, that's the air is flowing okay. Okay, and then there is the inside right, there is this is the paint nozzle. So this is the spray. my anatomy terms may be wrong. So if you all figure out, right, you can let me know. This is the air, and then this is the paint. All these are nozzles that make up your airbrush, and then there's your needle. Take note, your needle, when you handle, right, try to be very careful with it, because if it dents like this, right, and when you spray, you will gather paint over here, and then you will start dripping. And it will drip here. When it drips here, it will gather until it's a big droplet, right? Then one time shotgun into your kit, gone. Then you will get like a splatter like that on the kit. So this is something you can take note of. Okay, I'll talk a bit about each of the parts. So always you all will tell me, hey, my airbrush choke. I turn on the power, this thing is working, got air. Okay, this thing is not working. There's a few things . So if the paint, I spray, the paint doesn't come out, means this one. This fella is choked here. It may be your paint is too thick. What happens when the paint is too thick is it will dry up here, you'll get stuck. And then it doesn't flow at all, but there's air. You feel the air, but there's just no paint coming out. The paint particles, right, is too big already. So you put thinner, right, it becomes something like this. Then they go through smoothly.
But usually they have issues with those acrylic or them, or those who release acrylic. I think they have a lot of issues of this.
On the choking, right? The paint not coming out, right? Okay. Yeah, acrylic is a water based . If you ask me, if last minute I got no acrylic thinner, how use water . Pangkang. Done. Okay. They have acrylic thinner. Like color thinner, all this, right? Sometimes I say you can use industrial thinner instead of using color thinner. All these thinner, they will help you break down the pigments. There's the solvent part of it, and then there's the pigments. These are the pigments. You think of it as dots. Like if you can see on the paint here, right? Some of the paint is very obvious on the dot. So all these are the pigment. All these branded thinner, right? They will help you break down these things so that when the color goes down, right, it can go down smooth, it can go down glossy. If not, when you spray, right, you see like fabric like that, very rough and a bit matte-ish one. Then it's very thick paint . So one good example, this is quite a good example of very thick paint . You can actually see the drying of the paint, the pigmentation on it. You can actually see. It's supposed to be like part of it like that. It's supposed to go down something like that. This is your gloss finish. Yeah. Okay. So if no paint comes out, this one choke. Okay. If no air comes out, is this fella. This is the air nozzle. This is the one where your airbrush assembly behind, right? There's an air pipe somewhere here. It goes in and you drag the paint along. What always happens is when you are painting, right? The paint is too thick and you never clean, lazy, never clean, or basically use the wrong cleaning agent because let's say you use industrial thinner to clean it's not impeccable one . Industrial thinner will melt the thing, but it doesn't clean it off. Then you get paint stuck here. This is okay. The front view is like that, like a nipple like that. Then your needle goes through. This is where your air comes out. So what happens, right? Always this nozzle, right? What happens for me, right? This is a bigger circle . From the front view, you see the airbrush like that, right? Okay, then there's this part. Always here will choke then choke. You choke to a point, you'll come to here, then you block this whole thing.
Oh, block.
So what you notice is you spray a bit, then after that no more air comes out. So this is the fella that you need to clean. So remember paint, this is the nozzle that has got to do with paint. Paint not coming out, air not coming out, and this one is when you shotgun your kit . Yeah, you know shotgun, right? No. Shotgun It's splattering because this gathering here, right, is very common especially when you knock your airbrush against the surface, right, or you drop your airbrush, this thing. Once this thing is not a perfect circle, it will clog wherever where usually you dent like that then you will clog here. Then you will clog and then it start flowing down. Once it becomes a droplet, right, pump like that onto your surface. Then your part your Gundam part, right, will look something like this. Okay, and then there's also the spray pattern as well. Sometimes when you spray, right, shit, very hard to draw. You come out a circle, then a bit powdery here, and it's very common. But if you get something like this, right? This is your paint too thick lah. Okay. So what? Okay, this is the theory of it lah. You got any question? No ah.
Any question, please ask him. Because this is one of the best time because to learn lah.
Okay. So usually, okay, my airbrushes are all these right. They are all choked already because I have a habit of not cleaning them lah. Okay. I just unchoke this one.
Wow, good advice, yeah.
Usually I paint already right. Then after I show you all, then I go and sleep. Then I don't bother cleaning. I don't bother doing a lot of things. I just because I got ultrasonic cleaner, so I don't care. Okay. So you all can see the airbrush. This inside lah. I never clean up. Got tissue or not? I got like one packet of tissue hanging around. Why not? Okay, Nicholas, can you help me open the? No, I take this one. Because I got those box of tissue inside. Okay. Normally, how you can clean, right? Something like this. This like you use already a bit. I unchoke already. So you use finish. There's paint inside. Okay, you get some tool wash, not a lot. You squeeze some. Okay, you all can see. Then you gargle. You block the air, and then you gargle. This clears up whatever paint that is inside of from this point all the way to your cup. This whole thing lah, which includes this part of the needle, the nozzle. Depends on how often you want to do. But you also bear in mind that when you do this right, the air that you introduce back into this will dry up the paint again. So this is only useful to help you gargle and mix away the remnant paint lah. If it's dried paint right, most of the time this doesn't work one. This is useless. This action lah. But if you are changing in between color right, this is good enough already. You don't need to spray. Don't need to pull apart your airbrush right. And usually after that you will see that the thinner has the color of will be the color of whatever you were using before, but lighter tone lah. Then after that, so inside clean already right, what you can do you can take some tissue or cloth, okay, you do something like that, and you just go around your cup, okay, you remove most of the paint lah, okay, outside a bit dirty and you can see inside something like a nipple. No, not a nipple lah. Okay, but you see that there's still paint there lah. This is where you dig it a bit, okay. And then if you have some, usually I use a cardboard or I use something of a different tone lah, maybe a white piece or black piece or this then I just spray over and see if there's still paint. Okay, a bit lah. If you all can see, it's a bit of paint, very very transparent lah. Okay, this is generally if you want to switch between colors lah. Okay. And then there is the part where if let's say you want to strip your airbrush, you finish your project. There are two kinds of colors you need to take note lah. Okay, primer and gloss. These are the two fuckers, right, that will choke your airbrush. Primer is primarily a putty. Okay, you are spraying putty all over your kit lah. The best primers, right, are those spray can primers. They will really cover the scratches away. And then this kind, right, is for people like me. I spray a lot, then I want to save money. Then I want to have a very smooth surface, and I don't want so much work. Because if you use a spray can one, you need to sand away. After that, you definitely must sand away your primer after you're done. Okay, but if you use something like this, it's very thin. Usually, you just need to lightly sand it just to remove away the dirt, and you can use already. So these two things, right, are the things you take note of. Every time you want to transit from this to another color, you need to clear. Reason being, they will dry inside your airbrush. Quite stubborn one lah. Yeah, this is just a bit extra knowledge for y'all. Okay. Okay. So. Okay, now I'm gonna like take it apart. This is your cup. This usually some airbrush have this is what you call that? It's an adjustment knob for you to limit the maximum spray, the maximum amount of paint that comes out from the airbrush. Usually you don't need to clean this. It comes with some rubber so you try not to clean this. The rubber will dry out. Okay. This is the knob that holds the needle. The needle itself. I have some clips. If I have clips, oh yes I have. Show you some examples, more practical examples of how I do the thing. Okay, some of the things very hard to hold on to one, like this one, right? Sometimes you throw inside, then your hand go inside, very disgusting, right? You can just clip a big one, hold it. Okay. Okay, some paint has dried here, so I will use this just to release it. Try not to use the pliers, right, to do your twisting and tightening. Is very unhealthy for your airbrush, because your airbrush, some of them may be brass, those cheaper one, maybe branded $100 over one, right, maybe made of steel. So try not to like this I use it to just loosen only, and that's it. Then I will use a clip to try to take it out. I always use clips on. I rarely use the pliers. Because clips are more gentle on the parts. Okay. Very choke this one. Okay, loose already. Once loose already, right? Because I really don't like to use that one. You will break your thing on. Okay, you hold it like that. So when you throw inside, you can still find it You just find this big part, right? You can call it there already. Okay. Okay, this airbrush itself has a bit more things. Most airbrush don't have this. This is a trigger action. So it has this handle thing. You don't really need to clean this. Because these parts are sensitive to the cleaner. You don't want to spoil them, so you don't clean them. Okay, this is the body itself, the chassis itself. CK 你有那个 airbrush 的 airbrush brush 吗？它有一个那种 Yeah, that's something to show them. Okay, so this is relatively clean Typically, inside here there's a lot of like primer and stuff. Okay, you can just dump it in. This one, if you are afraid of bending it, right, just take some thinner, okay, and wipe it like this can already. This one don't need to go in because you risk spoiling it. Okay, come. Thank you. Okay. Some brands they sell this thing So what you do, right? If you want to thoroughly clean it, you can take some thinner, okay, soak this a bit, and then you put it through just to brush whatever's inside of the wall. Good enough already. Is to dislodge the paint that's in it. Okay. Then this one, once you dislodge the paint, you can feel it. You pull out, you put clean thinner, you put in and out, right? You start to see just clear thinner itself. Then it means most of the paint is dislodged already. There's this version. There's also another version which doesn't have bristles. It's just the rod itself. It's for you to push through to take out the hard parts of the paint. If let's say you left the airbrush there for a few months already with paint inside I've got to do this kind of thing. That's why I got this kind of tools It's nonsense one Don't do this to the airbrush. So everything you throw inside. Okay. Cover. Some of the things you take note you don't have to clean one. Okay. Okay. This one usually I'll run a few cycles. You clean it for about like 5 minutes. You can time it yourself. This one doesn't have a timer either. It's an auto timer for about 2 minutes, 1 or 2 minutes. So usually I just 4 or 5 cycles and I call it a day. Okay. This kind of what you call that? Cotton bud. If you come across. This one is a free gift for this set that I got for CK It's quite useful. If you ever encounter choke, right, you can use this to clean your nozzle. clean these areas like painting halfway, then you encounter this problem, but you don't, because you in the zone then you don't want to take apart and take out all this AC and go and clean, right? You just take one of these cotton bud and clean in front, behind, and you call your day already. Okay, you can even use the satay stick itself. Put a bit of thinner, then try to like scrub it off. Okay. So this one, let's let it clean first. Now I want to talk a bit more about air supply and stuff Okay, I have here, this is my portable, not exactly portable. I just use this to bring it out. Those small compressor Okay, promote the product a bit. This is about $100. Mr. Color, that brand. Crayons, GSI crayons. When you buy this, it doesn't come with an adapter that works here. So if you ever buy this product, you need to go and buy your own adapter. The 12-volt adapter Then this is a water trap. Nowadays very rainy, right? Yeah. Some people kiasu one, they use 2 water trap. One water trap after another one water trap, and then go to the airbrush. I usually don't use a water trap but today must use Okay. Oh, that. This one. So there's the side of my cup that is inside, that's clean, and then there's the other side that was outside but I don't care It's okay. It's just like that only Okay. Then you bring it out, let it dry. You can use a tweezer or something to help you hold the parts If you do what I'm doing right, your nails will crack over a long time like nails will crack. Yeah. Okay. This one can leave it to dry. If you very rush, you want to straight away use, also can. But bear in mind that if you do that right, there will be thinner in it. Do not load the paint immediately. Try to cycle the air, running a bit so you can purge the thinner. What I usually do is, after I assemble, I will put some tool wash and instead of tool wash. Tool wash is something very buy and throw away one. Don't need to buy too expensive one. There's Gaia, there is Mr. Hobby. Because what you will notice right is that when you buy locally, for 1 liter it's about $40. 1 liter can last you about half a year. $40 but it helps you in cleaning quite a fair bit. You can remove a lot of things. Yes.
You know the connection for your hose? If you clean everything, do you need to
This one?
what do you call it? You need to I think the normal one, not this type one.
This one
No, your flow for the control.
Oh, this one.
You need to get tight.
Oh, okay. This one is tight because of the thinner that.
So you need some lubricant.
You need to use some lubricant. If you have some WD-40 okay. I take out one and show you. You have some WD-40 right? You spray them on like a container, a dish, and then use a cotton bud. Okay, what you do is this. This one choke. So when it dries up right, it chokes you cannot take out your needle at all So usually I will just Okay. So everything is stuck. Yes, this thing If some of you are using the double action airbrush right, they have like that or something very similar one or just one pin.
The brush kind of pin.
Yeah. So you have something very similar. So this thing right, you all take note because when you all clean the airbrush, you strip down to clean right. This area, after you use a brush to brush the thing already, you dislodge most of the paint. You go inside here, it will make your O-ring inside the rubber ring spoil. You will expand means it's spoiling already. And there's no way to replace one this time.
No way to replace.
Yes, no, there's no way to replace one means your airbrush spoil already Okay, so this thing right, this Tamiya one is like that one piece then other brands one is two different pieces. So this is the thing where you need to take the WD-40 cotton bud, okay, you put onto this a bit, and you put back, and you go in nicely smooth. You know lah, must wet lah, then can. Okay, sometimes when you use the airbrush, like when you just take from your storage lah, okay, you try to trigger it right. Like you want to use okay, one of the things is I always don't put this one on lah, so I can see if it's stuck, because when I pull this in right, this thing will move.
Correct.
If this thing doesn't move right, it means the needle is stuck inside already. Then you need to use a plier to pull it out lah. Hang on okay, never mind. Can't talk now. Okay? I'm gonna use this demo. Oh, there is just a bit of theory. So cleaning, any questions as of now? I pretty much covered the cleaning and some of the troubleshooting lah. Any question? I'm gonna move on.
Yeah. My one, the needle bits.
This one, You're throwing your brush on the floor, Spencer.
Hey, where got time? You need.
Okay, this one, okay, the okay, this one. Wow, stuck, yeah.
Yeah.
But why you strip until like that already?
Some of the other parts.
Okay, my needle don't mix with your needle. Wow. Walao! Hey, you know the needle You know, I take out the needle right, still got one more needle inside It's the coat of paint that dry around the needle. Your pass, your one, you can pass around and see.
I see. Example.
Right, I need to see your 杰作 already. You
Wait, the red teacher.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
That's the coating also.
Wow, power!
It is so dried up.
I think it's too much.
One layer of paint. This one is.
I think some few layer already.
You spray primer already. Huh? You spray primer.
You're trying.
You use the
Primer and you never clean properly lah. Okay, because your primer and acrylic you chum together right, it becomes like a putty that very jala. You.
I want to buy you one.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the air compressor lah. So sometimes I want to troubleshoot lah. What I always do is I take the air pipe, I turn on, and I blow myself. I feel something. This one working lah. Okay, then you all can use. If you on, then you all don't feel anything means this one cannot already. Okay, you all take note But how come no power Oh, maybe the PSI very low. Can, no problem. Okay, so this I have a clean airbrush. This one is working. Okay, I'm gonna straight away go into primer. Okay, I'm just gonna do one part lah. Okay, this is a premix Okay, just to share a bit more with you guys, right? You can premix your paint lah. It's easier for you to manage. One of the things you do not do with your paint this one is a neat one This one is a mix one. You know mixer You know you drinking you know neat and then mixer. The neat one right. Do not take the neat one, throw inside, then you put thinner. You can go fuck yourself. This one, your airbrush right, instant death. Some of the paint fluorescent paint, glow in the dark paint right, or metal all these their pigments are different. What will happen right is all the thick pigments will go in and in all the way right to here and dry up there. Your paintbrush straight away jam one. Some of my airbrush my trigger can't even pull back at all. It just stuck there, just the whole thing solidified, dry inside already. So do not do that. Okay. So So I have a pre-mix. Usually I have a, when you all do long already, you have a lot of empty bottle, right? Let's say for primer, you have a lot of empty bottle of primer. So you can like clean up one bottle lah. And then pour half, put half the thinner roughly ready. Then you agar ready, right? Then you pour inside and try. You try this thing, this mixture is no good, it's jam. You pour back inside here again. You add thinner. You mix, pour back in, try. Do not jam, add thinner, try to gargle, try to cheat, gargle. Jam means jam already. Okay, there's no other way out. Jam means you must empty the whole thing, do wash, go down, flush out the whole thing. You don't come and, I think can one. Then later you know like this airbrush. This is a classic example of things dry inside. Okay. So I'll show you this is your how it should sound like your airbrush. Okay. You all listen to the sound of this thing. Your airbrushing should sound like that. Okay, it has a bit of a coarse sound, right? This is the paint is a bit thick lah. So I'm supposed to put more thinner, right? If I want to have a glossy finish. You see this thing dry out, right? This is I've been spraying forward. It becomes thick paint. A bit what you call it? It's glossy but it's uneven. This is thick, very thick paint. Okay. I wanted to use. You can use this, you can see the spray pattern.
Now they go give it.
Never mind, this one easier to show you. Okay? This one a bit, then you can, my paint come out a bit slow, this one a bit thick. So what happens right is, you don't add thinner like that. Okay? You pour back first. You spray everything back. But your bottle full, don't spray like that, you splatter one. Okay? Then you want to save the paint here, right? Right? But you pour already, right? Still have a bit, you want to budget lah. Okay? Then the thinner you add here. Okay? I put enough to get rid of most of the paint first. I gargle. Okay? Then I pour back. Okay. The thinner I was going to pour there, I pour here first. Then, but if it's stuck, it's stuck, a bit stuck. You cannot hear the sound at all. It's a bit stuck. Stuck means stuck already. Even if just now I add thinner already, I gargle, right, it's still stuck. So no shortcut one, this one. But if the stuck is very serious, right, you can straight away just take this to wash, gargle, okay, and try to run through the wash so it gets rid of the thing itself. Nothing stuck here, this thing. Okay. So I don't know how much to tell you to do. Okay, this one comes with experience. How much thinner you want to put? It really comes with experience. There is no way one lah. Unless because you have different brands of thinners and you have different brands of paint. Roughly, so it's a 1:1. Is the baseline. Then there's the 1.5. There's the 2. Okay. Usually, I will add by portions lah. When you get used to it, right, or you can use a marker, like on the side where it's transparent, you draw lines, proportionate lines, then you know the level, like how many levels of thinner I put, how many levels of paint I put. Okay, so the paint is a bit too thick lah. Okay. Then you mix again. Don't mix inside, you mix inside. Confirm your airbrush is gone, right? Oh, I should have done it there. It's super smelly here. How long do you do this, right? It's very simple. You always look at the bottom of the bottle. Okay, like for metallic, you will see all the silver, right, is deposit below lah. Like include the dark, fluorescent, all the white, right, is deposit below. You just make sure, right, when you look at the bottom, it's like bubbles already. There's no more of this deposit. Later I'll show you one example of this one. Okay. So now it's much thinner now. So you'll see, the paint comes out very smooth. That's how the paint come very slow, right? Now the paint, I just press only the paint all come out already. This is when your paint too thick lah. Okay, it happens. But if it's too thin then too bad lah. You need to add paint. Add paint. That's why sometimes, usually I will use another bottle to I put the paint, then I put the thinner. So that sekali I put too much thinner, then I can add paint again. Because if you do on the bottle itself, this thing you mix wrong means you mix wrong already. I ever happen right, I use the wrong thinner. Lacquer paint I use enamel thinner. That bottle throw away. That bottle don't try to salvage, cannot one. Just throw away. No point. Okay. Okay. So now I want to try to prime this thing. Okay. Yeah, let's use this. Okay. How you spray? Usually I'll just go left to right. Okay. I make sure I cover everything. Then I go to another face. Go left to right, cover the whole thing. Okay, this is relatively thin lah. You can see the edges, right? Shiny, and then the edges the paint is there's no paint at the edges one. It's all the black line come out. This is very thin Bad demonstration. But just to show you all this is quite thin If it's thick, right, the paint will dry very fast. It's very nice to use. What happens if it's too thick, right? Is that your brush itself will IA. Yeah, your brush itself will IA. So is yourself not convenient lah. Okay.
Very low cut there. Right. Hi, you get a picture of this. You really want to stick your bottle right over, I tell you. Because today got a lot of guys when you use your low cut
Okay. I have some. Hang on. Wow. Let me get some metal thinner.
如果装到一半，还是只差一点点。那比赛靠的 brand kit。Everything is complete.
This is you go by color label one Blue one is always the color thinner, and whatever brand you buy, gold one is always metal. Alamak, this one. Hello. Oh, okay, I'm upstairs at level 2. Room 2-6 the room. You can just come up first. Second? Yeah, just come in the room. There's a lot of us. Yeah. Bye. Okay, so right now, I'm gonna go shortcut a bit. Let's say I change color lah. Okay, I just gonna put a bit of tool wash, clean it, change color already. Change color. The first burst of paint that comes out for me to use you always test your paint before you apply. Okay, do not try to save paint. That 1-2 cents worth of paint is not worth it. Your kid $300. Don't. The paint tree means the paint tree. Sometimes you buy the paint got problem one. So don't try to do the companies a favor lah. The paint fucked up means the paint fucked up. Okay. I need the mix. Okay. The budget way you want to use Pro Tools, right? You all can use a satay stick like that. Okay. This is neat paint. I'm adding thinner to it. And then you know those people they got the pro one, a bit like the thick gear that one. You know got the spoon one. You can use that. No, because my wife buy the thick gear, but Tamiya one at $10 thick gear.
The thing is,
The thick gear one. We used to thick gear at home.
you think you're DJ, you know. Then she wants that you think.
Yeah, okay. When you mix paint, it's very easy to check for consistency, whether it's correct or not. You just stir finish already, you just take out. You see how it goes. Okay, it's relatively viscous. Okay, if you see one line like that, cannot fail. Means more thinner. That's all. Okay. When you use this kind of expensive metal paints, make sure you use metal thinner. Don't waste the color.
Not all my
I got a habit of when I want to test paint, right, I take any surface. My bottle also can. Just take any surface test. The thing come out, the sound correct. Okay, then I can go on already. Really? Okay. Fuck off lah. Okay. So this is the last segment. A bit dry already lah. Personally, when I paint my kit, I really don't care one. Because there is a few layers to do. Okay, you have your primer. Primer, right, is for you to cover away all your flaws. Then usually you sand down. Then the next layer that goes down is your undercoat. Undercoat, then your overcoat, and then your highlight. Okay, this one, how you color the thing, right, I will teach another time. But today I feel I come under here is good enough already. Undercoat, overcoat, highlight, and then the clear coat, the protective layer. Same thing. Okay, not too near, don't do like that, please, don't do like that. Don't do like that, don't do like that. You do like that, it's going to be very, very thick. Then you will see the paint tear. There is this dripping water line, and everything starts coming down. You see the paint start tearing? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I do on the top the positive demonstration. I like my paint relatively thin, so if I want to achieve this color on this thing, right, I need to do at least 3 coats. Then you know, if you this kind of base color quite dark one, you want to do white, right? Normal white is about 5 to 8 coats. About there one roughly. Yeah. That's why you all want to save money on, right? Please don't go and use EX white, EX black to paint white and black. Those EX, right, is meant for mixing one. That kind of regular normal white is meant for mixing. If you want to paint white or black, right, you use those matte white, matte black, ultimate white, ultimate black. All these the pigments are very thick. Okay. Okay, and there we have it. Done.
Wow.
Okay, easy
Wow.
As long as your mixing ratio is correct, always look out for the sound of the paint You hear this sound, it's a bit dry. After some time you know what I mean already. A bit dry, a bit wet. If it comes out too fast, it's very wet The dry and wet paint, right? Yeah, you don't take note Okay. So for now, any question for me? Okay, y'all can come and have a look at what the kind of things I use. Some of them I never write down here. Okay, I'll be back with y'all in a while. 等一下帮你弄，我现在这个东西先。Okay.